Good morning, YouTube, and today I've got a very special one for you today. The Bonnie card that I've added in recently has been drawing me so much value. It has been insane. So the Jewelry Bonnie is going to be a 3-cost 4K body, and the ability reads is for one attached on. As long as your opponent takes 1 life, you get to draw 2 cards and trash 1 card, once per turn. As you will see throughout these videos, that Bonnie card has come in clutch so many times. The first matchup I'm going to have today is going to be a very unusual one, I'll say. It's going to be black-blue Sakazukie. It's going to be the new promo version one, not the banned one. The brand new Sakazukie reads as activate main once per turn. You can trash a navy type card from your hand and then give one of your opponent's characters -1 for the turn. The first 2 turns are really easy. I'm going to pass, he's going to search with Tashigi, and then I'm going to play out the Tamago blocker just so that way I can cheat out the Hyoko. They're going to put down 4-drop Kuzan, which when attacking, give your opponent's character -4 for the turn and then draw a card. And then I'm simply going to play out the Bonnie and then swing in for 5 and then swing in for 7. Hopefully he was going to take it, but he doesn't, he counters out. So having the Bonnie on the field is actually nice on 2 fronts, because if I was to swing in and they take that life, then Bonnie activates and then I get to draw 2 cards. But also it's great because they don't want to take life, even more so with Bonnie on the field, because they don't want cards in my hand. Now Kuzan swings in for 6, minusing 4 to the Hyoko, and then I'm going to give him a 2K. I'm really hoping he pops this Hyoko because I don't think he realizes how much value it actually has. Now because I countered out of that first one, I do have to take this one, and I did get a trigger from the Come My Way, so I used it to draw 2 cards. I most definitely was not expecting that Houndblaze to bottom deck the Hyoko, so I'm going to throw 1 onto the Bonnie, 2 onto Leader, and hopefully he takes, which he does, drawing me a couple cards. So I trash the Missile Sunday, and then I'm going to swing 6 into the Kuzan, hopefully to take some more cards out of his hand. Once he's done countering, I'm going to play out the Miss Wednesday, so that way I can start, maybe ramp a little bit. I'm going to block out just so that way he has to swing into the Bonnie, or just let her live. He's going to throw 2 Dawn onto the Tashigi and then swing 4 into the Bonnie. I'm going to give him a 1K and then swing 6 into Bonnie, and I'm going to let him have it. Now I'm going to throw 2 Dawn onto Crocodile, swing at Kuzan for 7. He's going to counter out, and then I'm going to play out a Crocodile so that way I can add more life. You gotta hand it to these black leaders, being able to subtract so much from your cost. Fun fact, did you know that no matter how hard you tried, you cannot make the cost go negative, but you can make their power go negative. Both Kuzans are gonna swing into life and then giving -8 to my Crocodile, and then he's gonna drop the T-Bone to KO or trash it. From last I remember, Sakazukie doesn't carry too much counter on him, so I'm gonna try. I did my best to clear out the Kuzans, and I did so effectively. So now he's just gonna swing 5 into the Missile Sunday, and I'm just gonna let him have it. So in hindsight, I probably should have held off on that search, just so that way I could have gotten the 9-drop Lin there. But you know, it's better safe than sorry. There he goes again, dropping another Houndblaze to bottom deck the Hyoko, so that way he can't trash it. Now I'm on 9 Dawn, and I have to really think about either playing out the Crocodile, just so I can gain the life immediately, or do I play out the Miss Wednesday, or the Kiku, just so that way I have a better board presence. I do decide to go with the Crocodile, just so that way I can sustain a little bit longer and have the extra counter in hand. T-Bone's gonna swing in for 5, and I'm gonna give him a Niratori. The Niratori is almost always a 1k counter in my hand. I will almost never play it out. And so he swings in 5 with the Hina, and so I'm going to give him the Miss Wednesday 1k. Sakazukie's going to swing in for 5, which is a little unorthodox, but that's okay. So I'm going to use the Crocodile ability and trashing the Kikunojo and taking the 1 life so I can gain another card. I'm going to use that to counter out of that 1 attack, and he's going to drop another Rebecca to eventually KO my entire board, or bottom deck my entire board. We are in the closing chapter of this fight, so I'm going to swing in 9 with the Crocodile. I know no matter what I do, he's going to block it out. So I'm going to play 4 with the Kiku, leaving 1 up for the Come My Way. So he's going to swing in 7, and I'm going to take it. He's going to swing in for 7. At this point, I should have done the Come My Way because he big-brained this play. Swing in 5, there's nothing I can do. In the next match, I do have an Enel versus my Lakers Croc. They decide they want to go to first, throwing me off curve, and then playing out the Makino so they take a life, and then reorder it. I don't have anything to play out for 2, so I pass the turn. The great and powerful Eneru swings in for 8. I take it, and I'm able to activate the Kiku trigger, thankfully, because he took his life. When going up against an opponent who can draw as much as Enel can, it's important to try to keep up. So I'm going to play out the Bonnie, put 1 onto her, and make him counter out because he actually decided to take that one. I'm surprised. He used the beige trigger against the Kiku, and I drew 2 Linlin, so I trashed the Niratori. Back over to Enel. They're going to think a little bit, play out the Luffy, KO, trash the Luffy, and then trash the Bonnie. Because I do have another Niratori in my hand, I'm going to use it to counter out, and luckily I got another Bonnie. So I'm going to put the 1 on Bonnie, 1 on my leader, swinging in for 6, and then he's going to use another beige trigger to make the Kikunojo not attack. Nothing I can do for 1, so I'm going to leave it up to fake out the fact that I might have a Come My Way. So he uses the Nami to KO the Bonnie. I'm going to take that life swing and going to play out the Miss All Sunday from a trigger. Now that I'm on 8 Dawn, it's time to start cockroaching out. So I'm going to swing in 5 at life. He's going to counter. I'm going to swing in 5 again. He's going to counter. I'm going to then play out the Crocodile, leaving up the Kiku because I knew he would have taken that one to draw a card and then use a leader ability to put the top of his deck to his life. Nami swings in for 6, and I use the Crocodile's activate main ability, and then I'm going to just let the Miss All Sunday go. I understand why putting the Nami onto your life with the Katakuri. I just think it would have been more beneficial to put my Crocodile on my life so that way I don't keep using his ability. Now I'm gonna bait him out. If you want to use that Nami trigger, you can KO my Kiku, but he doesn't, so he's gonna take it, and then I'm gonna swing in for 5. I'm gonna leave up the pre-existing Crocodile because I know he's gonna swing in with the Katakuri, and then I'm just gonna play out the next Crocodile so I can have an active another life. Now if I want, I could have activated both of my Crocodile effects, but I want to try and play out a Linlin next turn. And so I can't use any of that, but I do get a Miss Sunday trigger to play her out. He's going to swing with his leader straight face, and I'm going to counter out. He's going to play out a Katakuri to put the Katakuri in his life. This is another situation where he probably should have put a Crocodile. So now that I'm on 9, I'm going to swing 5 at life. I'm going to swing 5 at life again. Hopefully he's going to take it. He's going to counter out. I'm going to swing 6 into life again. He's thinking. He's going to counter out. And instead of playing a Linlin here, I'm going to play out the Crocodile so that way I don't give him any more life. Because I probably would, because, that's just me. Try to relieve a little bit of pressure if I can. Now I have a lot of cards in hand. Some of them are decently countered up, but he's going to swing into 8. Now I'm not going to use... This is where I find it a little weird. The sim kind of messes up here, which causes me to unfortunately let the Miss All Sunday go. And then it happens again here where I unfortunately misclick and can't get the Kiku to trigger. I just recommend, because he's going to do it a third time here, just take it slow. Make sure that you're doing one of the crocodiles after the other. My problem was I thought that they just kind of they would do it like they would do it themselves, you know. So now I feel really healthy. I took a couple lives just so I could have a lot of cards in hand, and now I'm gonna go for game. I was not expecting the double life there, but you know what? It is what it is. So he's gonna KO the the Kiku, and I'm gonna swing in 9 again, and just mathematically I've won. That was a great game, enel, but you know, sometimes we win some, we lose some. So now I'm going up against the Rosinate, one of my other favorite decks that I've tried to build. Unfortunately, I just kind of petered out of it. Rosinante has nothing to play for 1, I have nothing to play for 2, so we both pass, and then he's gonna play out the Don Quixote Doflamingo Searcher, quote unquote. I actually like the placement aspect of the Dofi Searcher. I do wish they had more of that in the purple or yellow aspect, just so I could play around with it. I'm gonna play out the Bonnie, adding the 1 to her, and then swing 5 in with life. He's just gonna, you know, counter out of that one, and then his turn, play out Sugar and KO my Bonnie. I have one too many Kikus, unfortunately, so he is going to, you know, use the Sugar effect to rest it, and then I'm going to swing in 7, and he is gonna put my Kiku right in the line for to activate her ability. Although he does have the 7-drop Dofi, which returns a 7 cost or less to my hand. I'm on 8 Dawn with 4 life, so I'm just going to play out the Kiku, bait out the Sugar, and then swing in 5 with my leader. He's going to block out and counter out with his Rosinante, and then I'm just going to play out another Kiku. He's going to play out another Dofi and return the Kiku to my life. Finally swing in with 2 7s, and I'm going to take both of them, activating the the Oh Come My Way trigger. So instead of playing the crocodile out right away, I'm gonna put 2 onto the Kiku, so that way his Sugar effect will have to rest the crocodile and not the Okiku, making me only swing once per that turn. I have a lot of cards in hand and a lot of counter power too, and so no matter what, I'm gonna try and keep my board as best as possible. He's going to grab 4 Dawn, swinging in 9 to the Okiku. I'm going to use the Croc ability and then just let him take it because I want my life back. He's going to swing in 9, and I'm going to take it again just so I have more cards in my hand. He's going to swing in 9, and I have so many cards in hand I might as well take it. Just for the record, I have 13 cards in hand. I'm just going to swing a vanilla 9 into a Dofi. He's going to block it out. I'm going to play out another Crocodile. He's going to use the Sugar. I'm going to swing in with the Sugar, and he's going to use a Rosinante blocker. The 10-drop Dofi was a nice touch there. I'm going to use at least one of my... I thought I used one of my Crocodile abilities. I guess I didn't. But I do have a lot of counter power, so I'm just going to counter out of all of these real quick. Kind of deciding which cards to use. Now that I have the Hiyoko, it's going to feel nice because I don't have anything to attack with, but I do have all 4 of the Barons. So I'm going to use a Kiku to bait out the Sugar, and now I thought I would have at least one more, I didn't, so I just play out the 1 Baron. After adding 3 Dawn, he's going to swing in 8 to my life. I'm going to use at least one of my Crocodile's abilities, and then I'm going to counter out. He's gonna swing in here for, what is it, 9? No, 11. I am going to take it. I got another Hyoko. I'm going to take it again because I'm going to play out the Missile Sunday and then block it here with the Baron, pulling out the Hyoko. I'm going to try and go for lethal this turn. I'm going to swing in for 6 with leader. He's going to have to think for a little bit, do some math, and he's going to give me a 2K. I'm going to swing in 7 here with Missile Sunday. Got to do a little bit more quick math, but he's going to take it. I'm going to swing in 8 with the Hyoko. We got more of that quick math coming. He's going to take it. I'm going to swing in 8 with the Kiku. He is going to counter out of this one, but he will not be able to counter out of 2 10K swings, unfortunately. If you've made it this far in the video, can you like this video, comment something that you've found interesting, and give it a subscribe. Thank you for watching.